Join me today in what I like to call the Shadow Special. Today, trainers, we're having a triple Shadow team coming up on your screens for Great League Remix. So Shadow Typhlosion is gonna be our main aspect up in front, while at the back both Machamp and Venusaur will form some pretty strong anti-meta options because you are not gonna see them around that much, but also they have some deadly charge attacks that can catch the opponent off guard. This team is very classy. Shields need to be used with caution, but at the same time you can apply so much pressure offensively with your moves, both your fast attacks and the charged ones, so that you can make the best out of your opponents. Over here I did not go for a counter to finish off Dragonair because I know that I can easily farm down some extra energy with the resisted Vine Whips. Now at the very end they merge with a Dragonite, and to their surprise we're gonna throw Frenzy Plant. So here comes now the weird combo with the Blast Burn, able to obliterate down with resisted damage the Dragon out of the way, and Empoleon now cannot farm us down, so that is gonna be an extremely strong victory for our team. Empoleon once again up in front. Let's see how this is gonna go this time because we have access to those Thunder Punches. So Shadow Typhlosion is definitely gonna put up some really strong work even up against those water types, but in the process we definitely need to protect our Pokemon from those Hydro Cannons. On the switch we see that they have a Shadow Gallade, and this is great news for us because we can do so much damage with our moves. Also we got Venusaur, which is gonna take resisted damage by whatever they throw other than the Sigro noise, but close combat will also do a lot of damage. We managed to survive, of course, which is a pretty nice deal in exchange, and also we're not gonna give a lot of energy on the opponent. However, the Pokemon they are gonna bring is gonna be Serperior, a Pokemon that with energy can still finish off our Typhlosion, but hopefully we have the shield around. My opponent tried to catch the move on Empoleon. We know a little bit better, getting to one more Incinerate. Now I'm gonna switch out on my Shadow Machamp, and here is where the magic happens. Whatever they throw, we can survive, still reach to the cross chop, and that is gonna be a fantastic victory for our Shadow Machamp. Let's head now into the next battle now, everyone, with a Poliwrath up in front. This is not that great, but still kinda playable. Hopefully we can have also Venusaur at the back, which can potentially one-shot down this Poliwrath in the long term of the battle, but till then I decide to let my Typhlosion go down. So Icy Wind here will connect, and I cannot get my hands on the next Thunder Punch. It doesn't matter at all, now Venusaur comes into the game, and perhaps here you can see the full capabilities of Shadow Venusaur. It can easily destroy down water types like this Poliwrath, and if we can go on that CMP point, we can also guarantee the shield out of play. Right here I will try to shield as well because I realize that I can get out of this individual battle with a bunch of energy, and no matter what they have at the back, by simply switching out we can easily annihilate down our opponents. So at this point they're gonna reach to the Weather Ball from that Alola Ninetales, but it makes no difference because we can still hold on. Those Lock-ons are never gonna be enough to farm us down, and what seems like a CMP will work towards our advantage, getting that CMP on our side, and of course we go down right after. What I want to do here is to not throw any Frenzy Plant at all. I'm just gonna stall no more and just farm down with the resisted Vine Whips. I'm telling you, this team is super strong offensively. You need to try it out, you are not gonna regret it. So Dragonite is a Pokemon that is an absolute core breaker for this team. Whatever you do with your fast attacks is gonna be resisted, while they most probably gonna block twice your moves, so they can easily farm you down completely if you are not careful. Over here I still decide to let all my hopes for that Machamp at the very end, and in the process we manage to grab the second shield out of play. Over here I decide to go for the shield on Shadow Machamp and rely completely on my Pokemon. They have zero shields, Dragonite is finally out of the way, and now Jellicent comes into the game. The battle is not over yet, they still have one more Pokemon, and that is the Metal Trash Can. All of a sudden we have a crazy win condition on this one. I'm gonna block whatever they throw. Shadow Machamp is my only hope. We can get here to the Rock Slide, they get to an extra Hex, which means that we might actually get to another Rock Slide, this time on the CMP. This looks fantastic for us, and now it's all up to Venusaur. We are both one fast attack away from fainting, but we can register it much faster, and down they go in that showdown. Are you kidding me? That was one of the best battles that I had this entire season. Into the next one now with Empoleon up in front. Once again, we're just gonna go for those Thunder Punches. I'm telling you, Empoleon after the yesterday's video is getting more and more popular, so I want to believe that I had to do something with it. Most probably not, but who knows, perhaps. Anyways, down they go here to my Thunder Punch, and now Gligar joins the party. What I want to do here is to potentially go ahead and annihilate them down with my Blast Burn, and at the worst case scenario we can get a shield out of the game. So now I'm just gonna switch out on my Venusaur. I realize here that one Aerial Ace can easily be tanked by my Pokemon, and now we're just gonna go for the move right straight ahead. At this point Gligar is gonna go down, so let's see what lies at the very end. It is gonna be Serperior, they cannot farm down on time, and now we have access to the Shadow Sludge Bomb. So much damage connecting to a fairly bulky Pokemon, and whatever that move is, we can easily survive and still guarantee the victory over Serperior. Into the next battle now everyone, Typhlosion for the win, but unfortunately we meet up with a Jellicent. So many water types up in front, but the Thunder Punch from this season's update was absolutely clutch for Typhlosion. I can only imagine that next season we're gonna have a Sceptile buff, a huge one, because it has to be extremely meta. Last season we had Feraligatr, this season we got Typhlosion. It only makes sense that Trico and Sceptile are gonna get their own family's name on the big rankings of Great League. So anyways, now we're just gonna keep going at it with the Frenzy Plant, this time on the shield. So Gligar is gonna put off a nice amount of work with those Aerial Aces, but in the process we managed to have the upper hand with the shields. I realized that I want to keep the shield for the very early end game, and in order to do so I need to sacrifice my Typhlosion for the greater good. It all depends now on their third Pokemon and my Machamp if it can pull off this whole battle. So Surf now on my Pokemon, we can easily farm down here even though they got one more Surf. So let's see what lies at the back. All of a sudden they have a Steel type, which means that a double Cross Chop can be more than enough to obliterate down that Ferrothorn. Not gonna stall anymore just in case they have Mirror Shot. Down they go now with the second Cross Chop, and Jellicent cannot even survive our punches even though it is a Ghost type Pokemon. Galvantula in the next one. This is absolutely awesome for us. It's switching out to the Frostlass, able to completely farm down with my Pokemon. This is looking fantastically well for us. Fantastically good. I think that's a correct saying. Anyways, Poliwrath joins the party, and after we have already spent one shield, we can take both of them out of the way. However, they end up going here for the Power Up Punch. I was counting their moves and I was totally caught off guard by that Power Up Punch. So that was almost a smart play by my opponent, and I realized that I do not want to go yet for a charge attack. I know that I can easily bank that double Thunder Punch for the very early, for the end game actually. So now we're just gonna have the upper hand with that farm down. Venusaur now with the Frenzy Plant over that poor Galvantula. We still have one more Pokemon remaining, and because of that they take the move and they surrender this battle. That was absolutely insane. Typhlosion for the win into the next battle with the Umbreon up in front. I'm telling you, this team is no joke at all. Look at how much damage this Blast Burn can do even to a bulky Pokemon like this Umbreon. Are you kidding me? We're just gonna keep going at it with our moves. Also, when you know you can survive a charge attacks fairly with this, like this Foul Play, feel free to tank it on your Typhlosion. It is not gonna be that lucky every single day. So yeah, tanking a move on an already glassy Pokemon is always a pretty nice thing. Not only we get one shield out of play away here from that Gligar, but we also guarantee the nuke with the Blast Burn. This Typhlosion is outplaying my opponent, but at the very end they have a Shadow Victory Bell with its Community Day move, Magical Leaf. So at this point they're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb and the one-shot, so it all depends now on if we can reach to a double cross-chop. I realize here my winter condition and I think that we can absolutely do this. They need one more Magical Leaf, so I'm pressing the move here, but for some reason the game freezes and now it is a CMP. Are you kidding me? If that was not a CMP, perhaps we could win with a higher attack stat, but it is what it is, I guess, and down we go. That was so bad to watch. Yeah, I don't know. At that moment, I was pretty much at a very bad state. I was about to stop Go Battle League for good. Yeah, I was that much frustrated. Anyways, into the next battle, and this is gonna be the final one, trainers, and let's see how this is gonna go, because for some reason I didn't get my hands on the Blast Burn. So down they go with Incinerate. Wolverine now comes into the game and we got Thunder Punch on that Pokemon. So we can easily grab both of them shields out of play because of how good Thunder Punch can be from a Shadow Typhlosion, so much damage on their end, and we can almost get to another one. They realize this and now they throw the Icicle Spear. So Wolverine now is kinda energy dry after this Icicle Spear, so perhaps we can farm down with the next 5 counters. I realized it and of course they go down. I'm gonna switch out immediately out on my Venusaur because I want to have the upper hand with the Rock Slide when the time comes up. Also over here I also know that I cannot get my hands on the Sludge Bomb on time, so instead of that move I will go for the Desperate Frenzy Plant and in a weird combination we managed to destroy down that Ninetales back to its Alola region. That's gonna be some amazing content for today, trainers. Thank you for watching, for sticking around till the end. It really means a lot for my channel. Before you go, leave a huge like, subscribe to my content, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.